Alright, hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Rob for Smirking Gun Reviews, and I was just kind of dicking around today after watching Infinity War on digital and did my reviews for Man in the High Castle and other stuff. I was just kind of trying to find something to watch. I stumbled on Secret City on Netflix, something I didn't know about. But it has Anna Torv from Fringe, who I have a big old man crush on. I like her a lot. Fringe is in my top 20 best shows of mine. So I figured to give this a chance. And it's not too bad. It's Australian. I don't know why I said it like that, but it's a political thriller set in Australia. And when I think of political thrillers, I don't necessarily think about Australia. But given the way it is, it's pretty good. In the first 2 minutes, we have a girl self-immolate in Beijing, talking about free Tibet. She just goes down like a sack of potatoes. Then immediately after, we have a guy in the bridge who swallows a couple of SD cards. He's being chased by some Chinese guys, agents of the Chinese government. He swallows the cards, the discs, and like he just did just then, and then jumps over the bridge. Well, the next day, our main character, Harriet Dunkley, played by Anna Torv, is out rowing, and circumstances that they are on television shows, she rows past the body washed up on shore where the cops are looking at it. And she's a journalist, and she starts asking questions, taking pictures on her phone, trying to find out what happened to this guy. And he's been gutted, like straight down. So he jumped off. Obviously, these guys caught up with him. And then they caught up with him, gutted him, took the SD cards out. So we have the beginning of our mystery here. So she's, like I said, a journalist. She gets to take on this case about this guy. They wanted to take on the immolation thing. Everybody's talking about it. And this episode just is kind of a little setup. We also are introduced to Kim, who Anna Torv's character Harriet has a backstory with. We don't know what that is. It seems a little personal. And the only reason I'm mentioning that this character is trans is because of the relationship that feels like was there between Anna Torv's character Harriet and this character Kim, who works in the Department of Defense of Australia doing surveillance work, and she's surveilling on Harriet. I don't know if that's because she was told to, or if it's kind of like an obsession maybe, or to follow this person that she knows. And I don't understand Australian government, so I'm not going to pretend that I understand the ins and outs of it. They got a parliament like England, and the main thing in this is that this guy Mal Paxton, who's some sort of bigwig, is kind of going against what his government wants when it has to do with the shipping lanes in the Pacific Ocean between China and the U.S. He's kind of backing down, and the U.S. isn't going to be happy about it. In the midst of all this, you've got the dead, gutted kid, you got a burned up girl, and by the end of it, it starts to kind of make sense. The connections start happening. You start being introduced to characters who you find out are connected in some way to this, whatever that kid swallowed. People start to get, taken in for questioning by different sides and stuff. And so there's a puzzle going on here, and it does flesh itself out a little bit more. But there's really not much to say about it because you don't really get to know anything. There are some good other character actors in this. You've got Alan Dale, who was Charles Widmore on Lost and a bunch of other things. You got Mekhi Phifer, who I like some of his stuff. I like him as an actor. I just don't like a lot of his stuff that he does. And then there's this guy that shows up near the end. It's the guy who played Owen, one of the main wolf on the Walking Dead. I don't know why I started drawing a W on my head, but he's in this as well. So there's a decent supporting cast. It's got a decent hook, and I still don't know, we don't know why any of this was happening, why these people, why this girl burned herself up, why this guy swallowed the cards, what's on those cards, what's with Beijing, it's got to do with Beijing, Australia, I guess. And you'll start to see more, I'm sure, of what this is all about going forward. This Kim character, it's also like she's freaking out because somebody has video of her meeting with the Harriet character, that they can't talk any longer because until this like case gets worked out. And then one of the cases, the kid who jumped out the bridge, that case is like closed. So there's cover-ups and all sorts of stuff. So it's only a 6-part series. I guess there's going to be a second series like in Australia coming out sometime. So we don't know when that'll come to Netflix. So I don't know how much of this story is going to get resolved in 6 episodes, but I don't know. Sherlock can do it in like 3, right? So I'm not saying that this is Sherlock, but I have hopes for it, and it sounds interesting. I'm going to keep with it. It just kind of popped up kind of quietly on Netflix. And if it wasn't for Anna Torv, I probably would not have given it a second look. But now that I have, it will be something that I'm watching. I will probably do all 6 parts. If it just sucks like by episode 3 or like I might stop. But just wanted to try something different before a bunch of other shows come out. And I wanted to take a break from doing Man in the High Castle. So anyway, if you are interested in this show and you like this video and you want to watch more reviews from it, you can go ahead and hit that like button. Subscribe, comment, share, hit the bell, all that jazz. And that's about it. We'll see you in the next video. This is Rob for Smirking Gun Reviews saying have a great day, and we will see you in the next one. See ya.